Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some Junkyard Builder. This is Yurok, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell, and also don't forget to leave comments down below. All that stuff for you is free and it helps me and the channel grow. Now I did do a lot off camera. Uh, as you can see, we have all kind of stuff out here. We have some cars that are ready for sale. So let's go ahead and just put them in our thing here. I did that for a reason. Alright, now we have some things here. Now this was a garbage load other than furniture. I did go ahead and do the furniture, and then we had some car parts. But let's go ahead and get these in there. Our goal today is to be able to do the smelter. Alright, so we got some paper here, and I'm going to show you kind of what all we did off camera. We got a plastic, and then we got a few metal things here. Alright, so what I did increase the speed on the truck and increase the number of items that come from, or that we can pick up from the truck and delivery. Alright, let's go ahead and sell these things here. That's 2100. Alright, so I did a bunch of trips to the junkyard. I did do a couple of these containers that were 3000. But we have, you know, these two cars have already been working on. We have new bodies over here and parts. All we need to finish that one is wheels, and I think on this one is the same, just wheels. Yeah, so what we're gonna do to start this one off is we are gonna go to the, what is this? Oh yeah, this is another thing, an old radio we got. So we're gonna go to the junkyard first, and we're going to hope to get some wheels for those cars. We may make a couple of trips to the junkyard, we'll just see. But so we go to the junkyard. It cost us 500 bucks, but we can hold 15 items now. I think it's definitely worth it. Now what I do when I go to the junkyard is I go ahead and pull in to the junkyard. Try to get the truck turned around. So we'll pull in this way, and we'll back up this way, and we'll go ahead and pull in back through the gate, and then back straight up to the car parts. Always go car parts first. Now I do check the garbage because we can get, you know, money from the garbage, but I don't grab anything from the garbage. Alright, now let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's see what kind of car parts we have. Alright, so right now we have an Argus wheel we need. So we'll get that. We need the Druffle wheel. We'll get that. Alright, let's see what other kind of stuff we got over here. I don't need the Argus parts. Don't think I need that trunk. Alright, here's another Argus wheel. And another Druffle wheel over there. So that's right away stuff we're going to be grabbing. Alright, let's grab that. Alright, and alright, I don't think we need any of that. I will grab the roof, because I know we don't have an extra one of those. Just get that up in there. Alright, and then I'm gonna grab these tires. Not worth a lot of money, but it does add value to the cars when we put them on there. Alright, so now that we're there, let's go ahead and open up our garbage bags and just see if we can get any cash. We won't be picking any of this stuff up. We may get us another car body for the coupe. Alright, so far nothing worth grabbing. Don't always get money, but you can. See, there we go. 200 bucks. That's half our trip here. So that's why I do the garbage. Now we're going to go over here and open these big garbage piles too. You don't get money out of them as often, but sometimes you get decent furniture stuff, like right there. And we got a duffel wheel. We will take that with us. We're also going to take that bumper. Alright. Where'd the bumper go? Alright, there. And then, alright, let's see, what was the furniture item? We don't want the table, so we'll just toss that. We'll toss that. Now this is a right door for a dresser. We don't have the dresser right now, but this is one of those things that you don't get as often, so get that in there. And then we got blue pine cabinet door I don't have, so we'll grab that. We're up to 10 items. And this is, I thought I saw another piece. This is a big wardrobe right shelf. We'll go ahead and grab that. We'll need 3 more items after this. And I'll kind of show you what I do on those in just a second. But we will check the garbage just to be sure. And there's another duffel wheel, so glad I did. Alright, so, alright, small cabinet base we don't need. We will take the duffel wheel. And then yeah, I'll go ahead and get this bumper too, just to have another usable item. Alright, so what I do when I can't get as many items as I want, I go for things like this that are worth 150 bucks just straight up. So we'll put that in here. And now we can go back home, we'll unload all this stuff, and then we should have a garbage load after we get done with that. So now those Moscovich bodies are actually not that bad to grab, as long as it's not the ones that are worth $23, because those you can't do anything with. It says renewable, but you can't put them in the thing, so. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we will go grab our cart over here. And so, grab that. Alright, we've got 13 minutes left on our garbage truck. Now, I did do some upgrades on our cart where we can just kind of walk up to stuff and pick it up, so we don't have to sit there and unload everything. And there was one more thing somewhere, I thought. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So now we'll come over here. And we'll grab that. And then we'll take these things out one at a time. We're going to set the wheels to the side for now. Alright, this we can go ahead and put in here. Alright, we got these need to be cleaned up as well. All this stuff was from last time when I was playing off camera. Alright, so the wheel, put that there. We'll put the bumper over here. Got another wheel. Another Dreffel wheel. Another Dreffel wheel. So we actually got all the tires we need for that. And you can see I'm just kind of stacking parts over here. Alright, this we'll put in here. We'll have to clean those up. Alright, another tire. Alright, this can just go straight in here. Alright, we got another Argus wheel here. We got an Argus roof. We'll just throw that on the pile. We actually almost have enough for a whole nother Argus car. And then we will drop this in here. Let's go ahead and clean this stuff up. Alright, so and then we'll paint it. Alright, this is a big wardrobe shelf. We'll put this in our pile out here. Alright, let's go get the next item. Let's clean that one up. Now, I mean, saving all these parts seems kind of you know, it may seem kind of silly to save all the parts for these different dressers and stuff, and I'm not saving them all. Sometimes I'll sell. But on these rarer ones that we don't get a whole lot, like we have, you know, these two doors here, we have a left and a right already. So if we get the furniture, we can complete it and make it worth more money. Alright, this is a blue pine right door. And, you know, we'll eventually switch up colors, but right now I'm just doing everything orange. Alright, let's go ahead and set this out here. Do we have any blue pine anything? Or what is this? Yeah, cabinet doors. I haven't even gotten one of these yet, so I'm saving the doors. I mean, they're small, they don't take up a lot of room. Like these are all blue pine cabinet doors. Alright. Let's go ahead and get that. I mean, we have a lot of them, but I mean, the doors are really small, so they don't take up much room, and they take literally no time to clean. Alright. Alright. Now we got these two dressers to do. Alright. Let's go ahead and clean this one up. Alright. And we will set this one off on the side out here. Yeah. Because that's the same. We already have started that one, and we have one in here that's been started as well. Alright, this is a rosewood dresser. Alright, I think, yeah, we already have one of... Okay, we don't have a rose in here. So we will just set that one right there for now. Alright, let's go ahead and get our truffle in. We will be able to complete that one. Because all we need are tires, and we have tires, so... Tire. And then we need a truffle door to complete it. Don't think we have that. We don't. Alright, so we'll set that one back out. Let's grab this. Alright, we need a wheel here. A wheel on the other side. And we need a right door, I think. Now let's check. We'll set that off. Alright, trunk. Alright, we don't have any doors. Okay. But what we can do is grab this one back out. Put it over here. Now, we don't have the tires yet, but we do have most of the parts for this. Well, I didn't mean to put it in there. Alright, so let's just grab our parts here. We've got the hood. Let's actually move this out of the way so we're not accidentally doing that again. Alright, let's grab this and put it on. Got the front bumper. We got the back bumper. These are sometimes kind of hard to get on, but here's what it is. Alright. We don't need the bumper back. We do need the hood. Okay. Let's see, what else? Alright, we just need doors and wheels, I think, now. Alright, we do have a left door. Alright. And then we've got an extra trunk and an extra bumper back. Alright. So we will take this one, since it's not completed. We'll put it back over here. Alright, and then we have, I think all we have is left doors for these. Yeah, well, we do have a right door. We can go ahead and put this one in and get some stuff put on that. So we have a bunch of left doors. Oh, we don't need the left door. We need the right door for that one. Right door. Correct. Yes, we do need the right door. Alright, so we need the hood and the trunk. We have tires. We'll go ahead and put tires on it. Alright. And then we have a tire. For that. Alright, so we can set this one over here now. Alright, now our garbage truck is perfect timing. All that stuff. We can't pick up everything right now. We can't pick up plastic and paper. So we'll have to just put them in. So we'll grab that. Grab that. Grab that. That, grab that, and that, and that, and we will go ahead and wholesale everything. Alright, so this stuff can't be wholesaled. So let's see what we got. Alright, we got another door here, which we can put on this. So let's go ahead and grab this one, put it there. Let's clean this door up. Alright, we can go ahead and add that to this one. We'll just leave that there. Alright, what we got here? This is a medium wardrobe lift door. Don't need that right now. We'll clean it up later. And this is a blue pine cabinet lift door we don't need right now. So we'll set that one there. We got another duffel wheel. Alright, we got a mattress here. If we can get it out. We will clean that up. And I already have 2 mattresses out in the yard, so we're just going to sell this one outright. And then we have a this is a sideboard brand low lift shelf. I'm still yet to get, and we're gonna sell this because I have plenty of these. I have yet to get the brand low thing. Don't know where you get it from, but we'll go ahead and just sell that outright. Okay, so we are done with everything here. Let's set the wheel over here. Alright, we do have a few things we can sell. So let's sell those right away. And that gives us just enough money to buy our smelter. Yep, we're going to buy that. Alright, your junkyard is growing fast. The melting pot produces melted blocks, which are the most valuable form of metal to create them. Place metal blocks in the junkyard and use them. Okay, alright, so now we can put this in here. What is this? Oh, okay, it just didn't disappear. Okay, so it takes 3 of those and it takes 10 minutes. We'll see what comes out of that. Alright, let's go ahead and we do have a few things we can sell. We don't need all these. We'll go ahead and sell that. Let's go ahead and grab that. Put this one back. And we'll put these 2 in it. Alright, that one already has both drawers, so we'll set that one over here. Alright, we need the left drawer. For that one, this one is a left shelf. So we'll set that one down right here. That will complete this medium wardrobe. Okay, oh no. We already have a left shelf. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just set that right there. So we need the right shelf for this medium wardrobe. We need the left door for that medium wardrobe. Alright. That's medium wardrobe, left door. So let's go ahead and do that. Set it down right here. Let's grab the one that needs the left door. And this one will be complete. So it makes it worth a lot more money. Alright, what's this other? We'll go ahead and clean this up. Got a bunch of these now, but alright, so we got enough time. We're gonna go ahead and sell these 2 items. That will give us enough to go to the neighborhood, our residential area. We'll go there. And we're going to be looking for furniture pieces when we get here. Alright. Alright. Now here, what I like to do is go ahead and turn the truck and then back it up down the street. It's a little tricky. The steering of these trucks is not great. Alright, let's get straight here. We're going to back it down the street. Alright, we'll get right here. We'll get out. And what I do is I start over here. Now, Alright. We have both of those, so we'll set this one over here. But don't know if we'll take it yet. But I always search the trash. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, none of that's worth keeping. Alright, now we do have a blue pine cabinet. Don't have any of those, I don't think. So put that in there. And this is a big wardrobe lift shelf. We'll set it off to the side. What else we got over here? Cardboard box. None of that's worth keeping. Alright, we got nothing. This is a blue pine shelf. Grab that. Alright, let's search the garbage. Hey, made our money back. Alright, this is a shovel. You can just instantly sell that for 20 bucks. We'll grab it. Alright, check the garbage. All that's good. More garbage. Alright, we got another blue pine shelf. Alright, so let's get that in there. And we'll go ahead and move our truck up. Well, here is the Brandlow base. It's the thing I've been waiting on. We have tons of stuff for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and search this garbage. Search the garbage over here. Nothing. Alright, and this is a crate. We're just gonna leave that alone. Alright, what we got? Small cabinet. Not interested. Alright, let's see what these are. Brandlow we have. We need that right shelf to finish a thing. Alright, how many we're up to? We're up to 6. Alright, let's go ahead and move down the road a little bit. Alright. Alright, so the old radio's worth 30, but alright, we're not getting any more Brandlow stuff right now. Alright, let's go ahead and move down a little bit further. Alright, let's search garbage. Okay. Small cabinet doors. Now, if we get a small cabinet, we don't need any more doors there. Alright, there's a Vilmore large shelf. We'll grab that. And there's a medium shelf. Jerry cans. Alright, another Vilmore base. These are worth a decent amount of money, especially when you get them all put together, but we'll go ahead and take that. Alright. And then we'll check these garbages. It's a plastic can. Alright, that plastic can's worth 40. We're actually going to take that because that's just an instant money. And it doesn't look like we have a whole lot left to search through. Alright, this oak spire cabinet we'll take. Let's go search our garbage again. Alright, so we didn't get any small cabinets, so we won't be picking up small cabinet doors. Alright, so we need to fill this out. We need 4 more things, so we're going to grab these. And then we'll grab this one here. We're going to come back and get that metal thing that's worth a little bit of money. How much is this worth? It's 40? Yeah, we'll probably grab that too. Alright. It's a little bit of scrap, but it's extra money. I'm not taking all those small cabinet doors. They're not worth much. Now, if I have small cabinet bases and the small cabinet doors, it makes them worth like $75, so it's actually kind of worth it. But I didn't get any small cabinet bases here, so we won't be doing that. So we're just going to have a little bit of scrap stuff and a bunch of furniture. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. And back to the junkyard. Alright. Now let's go grab our cart. Pick up all this stuff. And our garbage is going to be ready right about the time we get done unloading this. Let's go ahead and pick up what we can. Alright, it's not letting us pick it up, so we'll just do it this way. Alright. Let's go ahead and wholesale. This can go directly in there. Alright, this one we'll just drop off on the side. Alright, this one we'll drop off on the side. Actually, just going to drop all this stuff off. I'm not going to clean it all up. I'll clean all this stuff up off camera and assemble what we can assemble. But this we will clean because I think we can complete it right away. So let's... Then we'll get our garbage and that will be the end. Like I said, I'll clean up anything we have. Get that stuff assembled and we'll have it for selling next time. takes a little bit to clean. There we go. Alright, let's paint this bad boy up. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and put this one in right away. Alright, so we need a left door. See, this one will be a little colorful. Alright, and then we need a left shelf. Alright, and we need a middle left door. And a middle shelf. And we need a middle right door. So I will be saving these brand low parts. Alright, we need another middle shelf. Oh no, it only needs one middle shelf. Okay. Alright, and then we need a right door. And a right shelf. So you can see it's definitely worth doing the furniture. $504. Alright. Let's go. I did not want to do that. Let's get this stuff back out. Sell that. Like I said, I'll clean all this stuff up off camera. Right, let's go get our garbage. What we got there? Okay, so this is now worth 500. So we're going to set that right there. And we'll go ahead and put some more in there. Alright, and that is cooking. Yeah, we'll have to come back and get that. Alright, now we're not going to wholesale because it had some smaller metal pieces in it. We're going to grab this metal block and sell it. So that's worth 500. Alright, it says find the crane. Alright, the crane's over here. It's going to be expensive, I'm sure. Yeah, 10,000, so we'll have to hold off on that. Alright, let's go ahead and unload this. Alright, we got another piece of furniture. We got an old radio here, which can be sold right away. Alright, we got another old radio. Alright, we got a... No, we needed a door. Alright, for that. Alright, let's see what... Alright, this metal is worth 16. So I put anything less than 20 in here. Alright, what door is that? Alright, that'll go over here. Alright, we got a wood table. This can be renewed. I'll just set that there. We're not going to fool with it right now, but just to get it out of the way. Alright, we got a paint can. That's metal. Put that in there. Alright, we got another shelf here. Alright, this is just scrap metal. It's worth 50 bucks, so we'll just sell it outright. Alright, we got another piece of furniture. Another piece of furniture. Another piece of furniture. We got a mattress. And more. You know what? Oh, that's already working, so yeah, we'll sell that. Alright, well that's where we're going to leave it today, guys. I do appreciate y'all being with me here today. This is Yurok, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell, and also don't forget to leave comments down below. All that stuff for you is free, and it helps me and the channel grow, and I do appreciate all the support you've given me so far. You guys rock. I love you guys. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.